The Fortune Centre of Riding Therapy is a charity for young people aged between 16 and 25 years old who are particularly motivated by horses but that can't access education elsewhere. The overall aims here at the Fortune Centre are to prepare people for a life independently of their family.
The discipline. Good boy.
When Bob first arrived, he was very distracted. He suffers from ADHD, which means that he lacks focus and doesn't stay on task. He also had very limited riding skills. Although motivated to be around horses, he didn't have an awful lot of riding experience.
Circle out inside.
Don't turn in. Naughty boy.
His communication was very poor. He doesn't make eye contact easily, but that has improved.
So you have to make sure the rope is undone. Like they could strangle themselves. Alright. Yeah, the whole rod keeps him warm. And the neck, because he's close, keeps his neck warm. Making sure it's all unfolded.
Horses are important because they don't judge. So for every individual who comes here, the horse doesn't know what difficulties they've had in the past. The horse doesn't know what difficulties they'll have in the future. The horse doesn't see them any differently from any other human being.
When you bring the horse out, you have to say horse coming out. So horse coming out. Walk on. Good boy. Go round.
I don't think he finds it tough to be here in particular. I think he finds it tough in relation to dealing with the other students or dealing with life in general. He's actually got high anxiety levels due to his background. And if there's any uncertainty around his routines or what's going to be happening, those anxiety levels are raised.
All the horses here have their own pace. And Flynn's pace is here. He's got a bit of his name and a photo. So that goes up there. To get all the grime and dirt off. Yeah, one of those that goes on the saddle is holding that up so that doesn't get dirty. Like, if I can find out how. Just try and remember how it goes. There we go. When you put it back, you do the saddle first, then you rinse off a bit and then put the...
In particular, at the moment, the third year students are preparing to leave here in July, and so we get a lot of acting out behaviours because of that uncertainty over their future and change.
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to miss it when I leave. It just helps you calm down when you need it. Like sometimes when the horses see me upset, they walk through the corners of the stable and let me say hello to them. That's what I like.
The horses act as a therapy in removing that stress. So whether it's just contact with the horses or having that familiar structure and routine to your day that you have to do because they are dependent on you, helps Bob and the other students to have responsibility, accept responsibility, and then transfer that responsibility to themselves generally.
Good. Now swing the backside down. The other way. That's it. Elbow up by the ears. Weave back through this cone to the right. So you're going to turn right and this cone.
Gregg is a second year student, has agnesis of the corpus callosum, which means that a part of his brain is missing. And it's the part of the brain that is used to communicate between the two halves of the brain. So Gregg has to learn things in a different way.
Yeah. Can you take the hand away, see if you can keep that up? Let's work on. Very nice. Now what you need to do, that diagonal.
Change it again.
When Gregg came here, he was very, very homesick, to the point that it really affected his ability to absorb any new learning.
Oh, very nice dismount. You run up your stirrups.
He spent a lot of time believing that he couldn't achieve. He was really lacking self-confidence and self-esteem, and really felt that he wouldn't be able to achieve anything in his life.
So then we'll just ask for permission to leave safely.
In domesticating horses, we've made them reliant on people to meet their basic needs. For us, that's beneficial. We can use that for teaching. So the horse would naturally find its own food and water. In keeping them in stables and fields, we need to provide that. It provides us an opportunity to teach students about when to eat, what to drink, when to drink it, how much to drink. Through that, they can also learn functional mathematical skills, working out litres, millilitres, and comparing the size of a horse and how much they need to themselves and how much they require.
Yeah, this bit's the feed room. If we look up on the wall there, it's this. Every horse gets a different feed. Yeah, they have 1 meal a day at lunch. Really good.
Gregg struggles with organising and sequencing everything in life. He finds it difficult to know what to do when, how long things might take, and as such is really reliant on structure and help to ensure that he achieves everything that he wants to achieve.
Everything they do here is transferable. So getting out of bed, you make sure you're doing those steps. You know, you clearing out your bedroom, you're mucking out a stable. When you go to groom a horse, you pick out the feet first because you take your slippers off before you get in the shower. So it's all sequencing things, so they remember independent living skills. That's what they're learning.
Okay.
Robert House is our 7-bed residence. Each student has their own room with their own bathroom. They learn to take care of this room and the bathroom, learn how to keep it clean, how to report any faults.
If you get your clean clothes and you just put some away, Bob, up.
Still dump it all on my bed for a minute. This bag is knackered.
You just chuck it in.
For a while, I've actually rolled it.
You're rolling it. All right. Okay, that's good.
I have done. Because then, well,
Does that save space as well? Does it? Yeah.
seems to. Yeah,
Does it remind you of anything on the yard?
possibly rugs.
Possibly rugs. Anything else? Roll anything up?
I have bandages.
Bandages. Yeah. Would I be the sort of person to be standing next to you going, "This reminds me of you binding up your t-shirts"?
You could be.
Yeah, it could be. Couldn't it?
Those two have been
This
done
time
ages.
6 months ago, that lot would have been everywhere. That is just a massive improvement, Bob. I'm just well impressed.
The
with that.
house is staffed, there are staff there all the time, but the level of supervision is reduced. These students are allowed to develop their independent skills for life through working together to look after the house.
We've got quite a lot of sausages.
Is there anything on the yard that reminds you about cooking and stuff?
For feed, for horses' feed.
Yeah.
Weighing that out.
So if you take your knife, okay, and you just score the skin, okay, all's cutting away from you, you should then be able to peel probably 1 layer of onion off.
So I haven't got any nails to do it with.
So you try that.
Should be able to now.
You practice your motor skills with that. So each student has their own individual risk assessment. Some students self-harm. Some students, when they're excited or anxious, don't have the motor coordination that they'd have when they're settled, and it can lead to accidents.
The onion.
The literal onion. The
Right. Bob,
Yeah.
just one thing I've picked up there. We're cooking at the moment, yeah, and you handled this with your hands.
Now I'm washing again.
No, that's not what I was picking up on. What do you think that could have been?
Hot.
It could, yeah, it could have been quite seriously hot. So now, having noticed that Bob's actually just done something great and safe, in that he handled part of the cooker while it's actually on.
No, I turned it off.
Either way, Bob, right, so what needs to happen now is that needs to be recorded, okay, and that will be taken into account in Bob's risk assessment and his individual learning plan. But it's important for Bob to realise as well that he's not actually in trouble for it.
No, I'm not.
Right, so you're not going to cut the roll the whole way through, you're going to go about halfway, okay?
Tell me when.
You think about halfway. Whoa.
When?
What?
That's that one.
Right, so you serve yourself now, Bob, yeah?
I was going to do Sarah first. Ladies first, remember?
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Bob, as with all our students, has learnt to not only follow routine and stick to time, but also he's learnt from the behaviour of the horses that might show him how his own behaviour affects others.
You can. You can come and you can seek support. Yeah? You can ask staff to resolve the difficulty for you.
Like with Aisha being a bit bossy to me earlier, saying that I should be dumping the stuff on the top, but I'm trying to make another layer. Because it's a bit too high now, the Shaman's one, so I was making another layer.
Oh, this is on the mucky. Yeah.
She said,
And what were you able
to
to do? Did you stand there and have a full-on head-to-head argument?
Hopefully no, Catherine spooned her about it.
Exactly.
Told her
So
not to be
you were
bossy.
able to go and get someone else to resolve the problem, yeah?
And gradually his posture changed. So he went from a very stooped over, forward postured young man to somebody who stands up straight most of the time, and believes that he can do it. The aim for students here at the Fortune Centre when they leave is to, be a part of a community and have a fulfilling life. Previous students have gone on to paid employment in the horse industry, in catering industry, in hospitality. Some go on to voluntary occupation in shops, cafes, with animals, small and large, and sometimes childcare as well. All students leave with a sense of achievement, recognising that they came here not being able to look after themselves, and now they can.